Hello everyone, welcome to our Sunday afternoon live. It's a bit different today because I'm not doing some of kind of my own things. I came across, well, let me just tell you, years ago I used to watch the craft TV channels and I just got out of the habit of doing it. When I was crafting I used to have on murder and stuff like that, true crime stuff, which I really like. And then I was chatting to Janet Rose here, Jan, on Messenger, and she said that, suggested that I look at the craft channels, that sometimes they have things on that she knew would be of particular interest to me. And so I did. I started watching them and I was seriously addicted to them. I must say that the prices sometimes are a bit on the high side, and if you look around you can find them less expensive other places, let's say. But this one thing in particular, they were selling buy one get one free pretty much, and it's these little journals that you make up, these little books. Now they're all the rage at the moment because Tonic, have been doing memory books for ages now, and they're very successful, but they're also very expensive. And I've always sort of thought, no, I don't use that many dyes, to be honest. I mean, I have got dyes, obviously, and I use the wildflower dyes quite a lot, but the rest of the dyes, not so much really. But I saw this and I thought, ooh, that just appeals to me. It's just nice and simple and straightforward. You can make it your own. And so I bought one and got another set free. And they are these are they. They are Studio Light is the name of them. I'm going to turn this over and everything's going to fall off. And they call them, they're oh, I've got cramp in my hand again, stop it. They are a Dutch company, and Mr. F's been on this morning trying to find who sells them, etc. And it's really difficult because their entire website is in Dutch with no translate button. So he's been talking double Dutch this morning, which is quite normal for him. Oh dear. Anyway, yes, this one here is called Stencil SL380. And they seem to call their dyes stencils for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they do. So this one is 380, and I have another one that I think is that one, 382. So there's another two that I haven't got, but I'm not in a hurry to get them really. I might at some stage, buy a Tonic book, memory book, and make that up and just see what the difference is. But I've thoroughly enjoyed these. Apart from the fact, can I just say, they come with absolutely no instruction. And when I went back to the craft channel that I bought it on, the demonstration was no longer there. So I've just had to kind of wing it. I mean, totally wing it really. So this is this little book here. Don't fall off. So that's, where are we? There we are. So that's the one that I've made like this, and it's got these angel wings. I wouldn't necessarily have chosen this bright pink, but I wanted it to show up on camera. What doesn't show up on camera is that this is sort of holographic, and it's in different sort of unicorn type colours, I would describe them as. And it's got these angel wings and this detail. It does come with other little dies in it. There's a heart. What is there? There's a bow like that, and there's a heart. And that one there. So it does come with other bits that you can jazz your book up with if you wanted to. I just wanted to do the basic book just to show you really. And I've tied mine with ribbon. In an ideal world it would have been elastic. I ordered it off Amazon Prime. They said it would be here today. And now they've changed their minds. They said it will be here tomorrow, so I can't do much about that. But I have used the elastic I have, which is very thin. I've used it double, and I've put my pages in with the elastic, which is not what the picture shows, but it's what I've done. So you can actually remove the signature when it gets full and replace it with some blank pages, so you can just carry on and use it. I haven't made this sturdy enough. I'm learning as I go along. It needs to be more sturdy than that. This is just paper from a paper pad, and I backed it with some other thick paper, but it's still not thick enough. It's a bit fragile. But that's that one anyway. And then I thought I would try the other one, and I just know I can't pick this up without things come flying off it. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, this is the other one here. I'll just see where I am. Yeah, there. That's it. And it looks really pretty, doesn't it? So I thought I'd have a go at it. But once again, no instructions, nothing. Make your own journal, that's it. In the photos you can see a square journal or a rounded journal. Yes, I can see them, but how do you make them? Anyway, I've soldiered on. This one I've put in with 3-hole pamphlet stitch, just due to the elastic problem. I would definitely have put elastic in there. And I've tied this with a bow as well. That's really lovely satin ribbon, that's gorgeous. Come out. It's just a bow. And you get these the butterfly you get in with the kit. You get the spine part, this part. You get these overlays for the spine, and you get this sort of grass type, whatever it is. So that's, and you get other things as well. You get this pocket, which is a rounded pocket, and then you get these little what would be tags to go into your rounded pocket. There's also a really nice kind of pattern there. I haven't cut those out, so I don't know what they're like. Can't tell you. And I just put a stone, pretend gem, in the centre of each butterfly, and I'm just going to put some little gems in the centre of each of those. And there is my little journal. It's nice, isn't it? Lots and lots and lots and lots of papers in it. So it's a very usable little thing, I think. And I learnt my lesson, this is stiffer. I just tied a knot in the end of my ribbon there. You could, you know, as Mr. F said, put a bead there, there's loads of things you could do. I've just done the basics, just to show you what it looks like. And before I go on, I'm just going to stick these little gems down here, because otherwise I'll lose them. So this is kind of, we're starting at the end, but I know I will lose them. So I just want a tiny dab, because they're only little. I just thought it might finish it off quite nicely. There's loads of things you could do. I mean, you could really, really make it your own. You know, not use papers and stuff, but, you know, do your own thing, which is what I will go on to do. But I thought before I did that, I would get the hang how you did it, really. I thought that was quite sensible for me, to be honest. Roll call, Mr. F?
Yep.
So let's stick these on.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Kyung.
Hi, Kyung.
Erin.
Hello, Erin.
Carrie.
Hiya, Carrie.
Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Mike.
Hello, Mike.
Bernice.
Hi, Bernice. Hope you had a lovely day yesterday.
Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Janya.
Hi, Janya.
Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Lorna.
Hi, Lorna.
Violet.
Hi, Violet.
Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Roz.
Hello, Roz.
Laurie.
Hi, Laurie.
Jean.
Hi, Jean.
and Alexis.
Hello, Alexis.
If I've missed you, shout out.
Well, thanks so much for joining me all today. How nice of you. I think I mentioned this to you before, but on a Saturday, when I stop rabbiting, Mr. Holtz takes up the mantle and he starts rabbiting. And sometimes I just feel too tired to watch him. I know it sounds ridiculous. But last night I did watch him, and he was, he's doing lovely things, gorgeous backgrounds and stuff. So I'm going to take my two first ones of these that I did, and I'm going to really play around with those. And if they turn out any good, I'll show you, and if they don't, I won't. So that's pretty much finished now. I've got a string of glue between every single one. So yeah, it's, I don't know if you can see it twinkling or not, but it's got little gems in the middle now, and it does look quite nice. Right, so let's see if we can make one again. This will be my second ever, so it's ever likely I'm going to forget something or not do something. Right, you get two large dies, and they're very thin, and mine are already like bananas, so I'm going to have to do them the other way up. And one is for the outside of the page, you know, the whole page, and one is to back it on the inside. I think you could do it on the outside either. I don't suppose it matters really, but I have done mine. I've used this paper because I thought it looked quite shabby. I quite liked it. And it came from this book, paper pad, design pad, 24 sheets, and it cost me £1.50. Now guys, I know we all have pads like this. I'm not alone. I cannot possibly be alone. You go into places in this country like the Works and you see something for £1.50 and you think, oh, there's some nice papers in that, I'd use that. And you don't. You don't, because it doesn't match what you're doing, or you just forget about it. It goes in the drawer and you never think about it again. But today I particularly wanted to mooch through and see what I had. So this one came out, it says nature at heart. I don't see what's particularly nature about it, but that's what it's called. But it did have these nice papers in, so I'm pleased about that. And it also had this in, a sort of basket weave type linen-y, canvasy stuff that I'm going to use for my inside bit. So you're going to see a little bit of the back of this, which is this nondescript thing. I'm not fussed about that. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. So I'll stick that down to there and the other to the other. That's on the back, which is quite nice actually. I quite like that, but it doesn't really have anything to do with what we're doing. So right, so I'll just stick those in place. Now at this stage you could ink if you wanted to. Shall I ink? Shall I ink? Yeah, let's ink for a change. For a change, it is quite a shabby looking thing, so what shall I use? Tea dye? Tea dye, yeah, probably. I think I've got a new tea dye somewhere. I've got vintage photo. I've got all sorts of colours here. All sorts. I think I'll use that vintage photo. And have I got an appropriate pad? That's the next question. I mean, I'm pretty sure I have. Oh look, here's a new one. Let's use that. Let's be rash. Right. I didn't think about that, sorry, until just now. So it's a new pad, so it's going to take a while to get soaked in some ink. Give that a try. Oops. Oh yeah, there's loads on it. Loads and loads. Don't know what that is. sort of blob. Wipe it on my trousers, will be alright. Yeah, maybe it was worth inking this actually. So it would get lost otherwise. So I don't know if any of you have made these memory books before. Say in the comments if you have or not. I'd be interested to know if you've used the tonic ones, what you thought of them. Are they worth the money? That's what I'd like to know. So I'm just going to ink around here as well. Sorry, it's the Come Ink With Me show today. Okay, might as well do the other side, hadn't I? Seeing as this is the real shabby side. My heart loves shabby chic. I really do love it. I can't imagine it ever going out of fashion because it's so flipping lovely. I would have liked to have been around when Louis XVI was around that, and paint all my salons in that gorgeous turquoise colour and have loads of mouldings and whatever done in white and gold. Just be fabulous, wouldn't it? No, that's not what my salon looks like. My salon looks very Edithy, and nothing wrong with her.
Hi Nancy.
Hi Nancy. You're not late enough to go in the naughty corner yet, on the naughty step. But Flo isn't here, so there won't be anything to eat on the naughty step.
Taylor says a huge thank you to everybody that bought the wildflowers kits.
Well, you're welcome, Lorna. I mean, it's just the fact that your kits are just so blooming beautiful.
You're all awesome, and Fiona, look, you're a YouTube influencer.
Yeah, sadly, I think that's probably right.
I'm similar, I'm just an effluencer.
That's funny. So I'm using 2 lots of card out that pad, so I think they'll be sturdy enough. I don't know what anybody's going to want to do to a little book that's, you know, but I like to have it fairly sturdy, but it doesn't have to be rock solid. I'm dripping glue and everything. It's a warm day here today, very warm, very nice, very sunny, 23 degrees. It's 23.5 degrees in the house, which is kind of unusually warm. Right, let's get this stuck on. Try and leave something like an even margin. I think that's about right. Do me. Glue everywhere. It's because the glue's so warm. It's full of life, vim and vigour. Let's just wipe that off before we go any further. Right, so that's that side done, and then this one. Can't believe I'm covering this paper up, but I am. I hope everybody's well today and in good spirits. Will, Jim, you there? You listening? You're probably outside. Oh well, the weather might not be the same with you, of course, as it is with us. I was going to say probably outside doing manly sort of jobs outside. I was going to do it this way because I just find it easier. I think that's okay there. I didn't put so much glue on, so we're all right.
Well, it says Jim's listening.
Oh, hi, Jim.
And Sharon says hi.
Hi, Sharon. There we go. So I have my back and my front, and they do have a way of going, because the roses grow upwards, obviously, unless you're in Alice in Wonderland or something. Let's put the lid on this before it goes bonkers.
Will is still in Oregon. He's heading home tonight.
Oh, right. Oh, well, he won't be listening then. So that's that. That's the covers. Then I need my spine piece, which is this piece.
Is that die there?
Yeah, it's this die here. That's the die for it. And it does crease in the spine, but I'm going to crease it again on my board because I'm not trusting this paper very far with regards to cracking. So I'm just going to crease it again. I can't actually see where those lines are. Let's have a look. Where's my die? I'm just showing you it. Where does it be? Right, so it's about there then. About there, I think. So I'm just going to crease that in. Might have to move that across a touch. Yeah, just I don't believe this card wouldn't crack. It feels cheap and cracky to me. Feels like cracky card. Right, so don't crack. I'm just going to do it slowly. Just give those fibres time to... I'll just fondle it for a while. Yeah, like we need an excuse to fondle paper. That's all right. No cracking. I wouldn't have liked to have done it straight off though, to be honest with you. So I'm just... I don't know if you remember a while ago I was using some dies and they were very fine, very little dies that Jan kindly sent me some time ago, and I really have been preserving them as best I can. Well, I bought the die. I liked it so much I bought the die, and it's a funny kind of setup. It's a company called Tattered Lace. I'm not sure if you have them in the States. I know I've sunk down. I've just slumped. Mr. F's moving the camera because I've just slumped in my chair.
Get the foot pump.
No, it's me. I've slumped. It's a company called Tattered Lace, and they do loads and loads of dies, and they're all really pretty, and they're all right up my street, but they're all quite expensive. So I wanted some more of those particular dies that Jan had sent me. So I tracked them down to what they were and where they were, and I found them on eBay, and they were inexpensive, let's say. And the thing about Tattered Lace is they produce this thing called Charisma, which is it's downloadable. It's freely available and downloadable, but the dies fit over the images that you've downloaded. So I've downloaded that. I've got the dies. So next week I will be trying those out, and I'm quite excited really, because I've really been saving the ones Jan sent me. So now I can use them with impunity. Right, oh, let's ink this, shall we? It's all a bit light actually. Maybe I should have made this darker, but by inking it I think we'll be able to see it all right. It's a kind of bargain basement one today. Just about everything I'm showing you today is cheap. But to be honest, that's how I buy most of my crafting stuff. I buy it when it's discounted or whatever. Unless it's something you just have to have. And, you know, we all know there are those things that life cannot go on without. They're usually the expensive things. Right, so there we are. We've inked around that. So when I put that on, I think you'll see it a bit better. Right, okay. So let's turn this over, I think is probably the way to go. And it's going to go to there. So I'm going to put my, let's get a messy board. Yeah, I found Mr. Holt's live yesterday quite inspirational, to be honest. There were some parts of it that I just absolutely wanted at that exact moment to get up and try what he was doing. He was using a lot of mediums and just things that you associate very much with him. I mean, you watch me and you have a Fiona list. I watch him and I have a Timmy list. I really do. There's just like too much glue on there. Just get rid of some of that. Okay.
Jean says most of the stuff she can't do without is edible.
Well, yeah, I can understand that. We have to eat. Most of the stuff I like that's edible is stuff that I shouldn't eat. So there we are, that's right, I've pushed that right up to that corner of that spine there. I've just got a little bit of seepage. Down there, but I think that's fine. And that is right up to there, so yeah, that's lovely. So let's do the other side. So it's going to go on there, like that. Just put the glue down here. Where's the bend? There it is. Jania, how did your table turn out? Jania's been, or is about to, decoupage a table. I know. What a job. How brave. Or foolish. I'm just wondering how she's been getting on with it. So I'm going to put that on there and fold that over so this is at the right place. Let's just check. Yep, we're all right, I think. Okay. So there we are. That looks quite pretty actually, doesn't it? Quite shabby. Right, so the next thing that goes on is these.
You said she's starting on the table this afternoon.
Ooh! These, you get two of these dies. They're identical, so I don't really know why they spent money giving you two. They could have made it cheaper and just given me one. But they cut out really nicely. It's this very delicate lace. And it goes down there. So yeah, it's not. Is it even showing up on the screen? Yeah, just about. So I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds to dry. What I would do in an ideal world is put eyelets on these. But I haven't got any small pink eyelets. Having said that, I could use another one, couldn't I? Yeah, let's get the eyelet situation assessed. Yeah, I've got these, but these are the large ones. I mean, I couldn't even fit two of those on the spine. They're the exact right colour, but no. But no.
I see you, but no.
Yeah, exactly. And these are very bright ones. No. These ones, they're all greens, but there's some metals in there as well. They might do. Oh, those ones. Oh, they're hearts. Didn't I have a problem with those last time? Last time out.
Lining them up was your problem.
Lining them up.
And the backs weren't too great.
The backs weren't great either, were they? I don't know if I would want them anyway. I don't want them. Go away. And everything else that I've got are the wide ones, which is no good. Oh, hang on, what's in there? Oh, them wide metal ones. Right, okay. So I think they are proper We Are Memory Keepers ones in there. I'll put these away. So they should be all right. So let's see what colours we've got. We've got bright gold. We've got, I'll call that gunmetal. Oh, that might be quite nice. That sort of...
rose gold maybe?
No, I haven't got any rose gold. Can't do your rose gold, but that's like, is that bronze, is it? Like that?
Yeah, that's quite nice.
That's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do that.
Picks up on the browns.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and I want one for there as well. I did lay out one of those actually, but oh, you pierce the back and the front, so I need two more. There we go. So I'll put all of those away. To tell you the truth, the real reason that I wanted to buy this and try this, excuse me, is you know, I've been rabbiting on for ages now about the florist shop and putting things in for sale, and haven't done it for ages, blah blah, and I don't want to do it with paper items because the dampness and humidity in the florist shop is too much. It would just they'd end up not in good nick to sell. So but I think I told you the shop next door to the florist shop is now accepting things from people, local craftspeople to sell. And I thought, oh, these might be the perfect thing to put in there. And I think they would, but you really have to take quite a lot of stuff into consideration. I'm not even taking the card into consideration because I've got enough to make 1,000 of these without even blinking. That might be a bit of an exaggeration, but I've got loads and they were cheap. So yes, I could replace them cheaply. That would be all right. But things like eyelets, they aren't cheap. And there's 8 going into this. The die set alone, yeah, I mean, I got them at a good rate, but they were, they are expensive. And the other thing to take into account is the paper that you put inside them. And I've put quite a lot inside mine because I think it needs it. I don't know where I put here it is. And this is the paper that I used. I used this. You can't even see it all. It's monstrous. It's a A3 sketchbook that I got from Hobbycraft when they had a sale on. And I bought quite a lot actually. And I got this for £3, and there was a lot of pages in it. Even so, I've used the entire thing, empty now, on that purple journal that I showed you and this one. So even at the reduced price, it's £1.50 for the paper alone. So by the time you add all of this up, and the fact that that woman with the shop wants 25%, you've got to take care about how you price things. It's really easy to think, oh, that didn't cost me hardly anything. I already had that and I already had that. Yeah, but what you must look at is what it would cost you to replace it. Not necessarily what it cost you to buy out. But could I go into Hobbycraft and buy another one of those books for £3? I don't know because I haven't looked recently. Maybe I could. But you have to take care with things like that. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, lecture over. Let's see if we can set these blooming eyelets, shall we? Let's have a laugh. I can do this. I absolutely can do this. What's everybody saying anyway? What's Lorna done? I don't know. Maybe temperatures. Right, let's try and set these then, shall we? You know, those We Are Memory Keepers ones really are much better quality than others that may be on the market. At least I think so. Look at that, 2 in already. I'm doing well. Oh, wrong place. Oh, doesn't it look much better with eyelets in? It looks so much better. Don't you think, Mr. F?
Very fancy.
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 Are you shocked that I can get them in? I am. Come on. Oh no, I've dropped one now.
Oh, you've been a bit ambitious getting exactly the right number.
Yeah, you're right. It went flying down here somewhere. I'll get another one out. And one more. Whoa. I'll get another one, my love, don't worry. We'll find that one on the day of the great clean-up.
I didn't know you were going away.
Right, let's see where we want to put this one then. Let's get the ruler out. Oh, Mr. F is down in, around my feet. Oh, he's found it. Thank you.
Pervert alert.
Right, let's have a look then and see what's going on here. So this measures 5.5. So if I keep it at 5.5 all the way down, I should get
Young
somewhere.
says it reminds her of the corset.
Yeah, all the blinking eyelets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to have to put the other side on there. 5.5. So half of that's 2 3/4. I'll put it about there, I think. Do you want it nearer the end? No, about there's fine. Right. Yeah, the corset. Oh, my life. Never-ending blinking eyelets. Okay. So I'm going to put one of these in. Did anybody say that they tried a tonic memory book, Mr. F?
No.
No. All too artistic, see, they do their own, which is great. So I'm just going to hold this over the bottom piece, draw a hole where that eyelet is, and do the same thing. Set my eyelet, and then we're free to go about our business.
Jean says this tonic a Tim Holtz product.
Some of the tonic things are Tim Holtz, but not all. I think they sell things under just their own brand name, and there's other designers that other Dina Waitley. I see her name attached to it. So I think it's kind of like an umbrella company. I think Tim Holtz does things apart from Tonic because he's got Ranger. I don't really know how it all fits in, to be honest with you, but no, they're not exclusively Tim Holtz, definitely not. Right, so I can put that away. I can bring my bin back in from stage right. Right, okay, well, doesn't that look pretty as it is? That's really nice paper, I like that. So now I'm going to stick my bits of lace on down there, which will make it look even prettier. I am going to use tacky glue because I think the collal would just come flying out. So I'm just going to do my best to get some glue around and about. It's going to be a messy and tedious job.
Violet says she's got a few of the Sizzix mini book dies that she uses to make little books for the children.
Oh yeah, do you like them, Violet? I just fancy the idea of it. Did you get your spine in all right, Violet? Have you done it yet? I still haven't done my flip through of my Edith. So as a consequence, it's still not on Etsy. Might do it after this, actually.
Raven says hi.
Hiya! Thanks for popping by. What shall we call you? Shall we call you Raven? Sounds very Edgar Allan Poe.
It says the spine's in lovely, she's so pleased.
Oh, so am I, Violet. That's brilliant. Well done. Right, let's see if we can get these in somewhere prettified. I think that my Big Shot has started stretching the paper. I don't know what to do about that. Just saying.
Maybe get two because they're slightly different, who's to know?
No, it's just, I've noticed it before, just... That's fine. And my other one... Sorry about this, it's a bit tedious, isn't it, watching me glue things down, but it's kind of the way it is. We are going for a run out this afternoon. We're going to be Sunday, what do you call them? Sunday motorists today. We're just going to go and, when this is finished, unless I do my Edith walk through, we're going to jump in the car with a can of pop and Bob, of course, yes, and just go for a little motor around, see what's occurring in the world. It's very scenic here where we live when the weather's nice. It's horrible when the weather isn't nice. It's really bleak and barren. But this is one of those days, so we're off to go out and see what we can see. Won't be much to see. Up here in Northumberland there isn't a whole heck of a lot that happens.
Not since the Romans left.
Yeah, not since the Romans left. They're still obsessed with the Romans around here. They think it's a good tourist hook. So everything's Roman this, Roman that. I learned all I wanted to learn about the Romans when I was at school. Just being careful not to stretch that. lovely. There's something underneath there. Yeah, that's fine. Can you see that on the screen? Not very well. Excellent. You've been watching me glue something that you can't even see.
Maybe she elevated it slightly.
I shall elevate it. So there we are, coming along quite nicely. Now you also get this die.
She wants to know if you take a picnic.
No, we don't take a picnic. We have our main meal at lunchtime nowadays. So we're not really hungry at all. We do take treats for the dog. So when we stop at a scenic viewpoint, we give the dog some treats. So in effect, he has a picnic. And we take a bottle of water for him and stuff. Excuse me. But for us, no. We just take a bottle of pop, can of pop. Does us fine. So that is very, very light, but nice. Oh, I stuck that upside down. Is there? Oh, phew! I thought I'd made a boo-boo. Which wouldn't be the first time. So yeah, that could go there, which you also can't see. Chosen a really good one today, haven't I? One that you just can't see. And then I've got these two butterflies to put on somewhere. I could just put one.
Janine wants to know if you would ink them.
No. No, I wouldn't. I think they'd end up looking a bit grubby. Do you want me to ink them, Jean, you mean, so you can see them? Is that what you mean? I think maybe one butterfly's enough on there.
One is definitely enough.
Yeah, two's a bit of overkill, isn't it? One's fine there, right. Well, I'm going to stick this on, and I'm really sorry that you can't see it. Stupid me, I didn't choose the right colours at all.
Jen's got to go, she's going to catch up later.
Alright, Jen, thanks very much. Bye, have a nice time.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike.
Unless you're staying, because the kids have come over.
Yeah. So yeah, this is quite a subdued one today, isn't it? Quite subdued. No great excitement, nothing going wrong yet. Sure something will.
Joshua says hi.
Hi Joshua, nice of you to join us. You're a bit late, I must say, Joshua. And if Flo was here with her cakes, you'd be on the naughty step. But there is no naughty step today, so you're all right. Okay, let's stick this on. It's really nice, the shape of it. I've just absolutely not put any glue on that bit. I missed it out completely in the gluing process. So I'll have to attend to that. Yeah, it's got absolutely no glue on it whatsoever. There we go. Okay. No, I'm not even going to ink the butterfly, because sometimes I just think that things end up looking just shabby. They've bypassed the chic somewhere along the way. But now that I've got the hang of the shapes and what goes where and what does what, I can use my own papers. I can, you know, go all mixed media on it and get something really groovy.
Noella's off to bed.
See you, Noella. Pleasant dreams. Yeah, it's not the world's most exciting live today, I'll grant you that. I just thought you might be interested to see how this came together. About there, I think, will do me nicely. And I'm going to put some gems on it when I've finished doing the inside bit, and put those dies away. Yeah, I'm liking the idea of making my own papers and stuff. I think that'd be much more exciting than just making it up. But I need to know, and I needed to know how you made it up first, so I could then alter it to my own specifications. Right, so time for the papers.
People are saying they like it. They're watching your process.
Joshua had a late start today. This is not good enough, Joshua. It's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jean. I was just feeling so sorry for you because this is the first one you managed to catch and it's quite a dull one. So sorry about that, Jean. So what I'm going to do is offer up one of my little booklets over the eyelets that I've got. And I'm just going to make a mark where they are. And then I'm going to do the same with the other one. Well, actually, I'm going to take those marks off there and then I'm going to be certain that they're right. So that's there, there, and there. Lovely. Like the thing sort of says, I don't know if it does say, but that you use elastic, like 2mm thick elastic, which I certainly will in future. I like that idea better. Right, what I'm doing with my books that I've made up, is I'm going to clip the corners off them. And that way then, no, I don't need to do that if I'm not using elastic. With the little pink unicorn one, wherever it's gone, this one, because it was on elastic and of course it's, pulls it tight, I made a little notch in each one, the corner of each one. Can you see that? There, just in the corner, just so the elastic sits in nicely in there, and it keeps it in one place. But I don't need to do that because I'm going to do just ordinary plain straightforward 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So what I'm going to do is open this out, get my pokey tool, go through where those marks are.
Jenny wants to know why you think it's dull.
I don't know, I just thought you might think it was a bit dull. That one hasn't come through. Oh, that's probably because I didn't poke it. Yeah, that's fine. They're slightly off centre, but I can make that work. Pokey tool grabbed it.
Bye, Mike.
Oh, bye, Mike. Thanks for popping by. Right, okay, so that's that one. Let's do this one where we're at this stage. So this is the outside where I've marked them, and I'm just going in quite sort of lightly with my pokey tool. Then I'm going over, and I'm just, you can see them right on the V of the spine. I'm just going from the other side out just to make that hole a bit bigger, because you won't see this part because it's the part that's sewn into the little journal. There we go. Right, so it's just a plain straightforward 3-hole pamphlet stitch. You must have seen me do this so often. You can do it in your sleep by now, but that's good. So this, for the benefit of the people who haven't seen me do this 100 million times, this is called cotton perle, P-E-R-L-E with an accent above it, perle, and it's really strong. It's thin, but not so thin it'll cut your paper, and it's the perfect thing for the job, really. So let's get cracking with this. So what you do is you go straight out the middle like that. I could do with a peg that is slightly smaller than Peggy. A little clip. Do you have a little clip to your name?
A little clip?
Yeah.
You do?
Please.
Oh, yeah.
Here, one of these in my tray.
Oh.
Just a little red one, big grand. Thank you, that's fine.
Just the one?
Just the one. So you pull that through from the inside to the outside and then just clip your end onto your pages, because otherwise you'll be amazed how easily it pulls right through. So we've got a big hole to aim at now. We're going out through that eyelet. You can't miss that. And then back in through the, well, I do the bottom, you could do the top either, it doesn't really matter. And then in through that hole that we made on the hinge. Let's just do this stage by stage instead of getting ahead of ourselves. Ah, you see, you came out the wrong eyelet. Thought you were so clever. Yeah, I'm doing this one first. So back in through that bottom eyelet. Then back in through the bottom hole that we made with the pokey tool. Doesn't want to come out. Well, why do you want to come out there instead of there? You know, I do this so often. I make notebooks for journals and all sorts of things, and they always, it's like 2 minutes job. And you put a camera on. So I'm back in there into the middle again, and then straight up the middle, out the top hole, in through the top hole there, and then we just want to finally bring it through the middle again where we started. Like that, and then in through that centre hole in the journal. And there we have it. Okay, so now we just need to unthread our needle and pull it tight.
Nancy says, Will's on the phone and said to say hello to you both from Eugene in Oregon.
Oh, thank you. How nice to be thought of from Eugene in Oregon. I've heard of Eugene. I think it was when we used to watch Gold Rush. I think was it Dave that used to come from Eugene in Oregon? Possibly. Right, so that one just needs to be pulled a bit tighter. So they should be quite tight. You should be able to hear them like a sort of guitar string. Not quite maybe that tight, but... And then when you've got them pulled tight, tie a knot over your centre long stitch, just to secure them down. Then you can leave your ends, you can put beads on the end. That would look quite nice. Actually, I might leave my ends. I might put beads on my end this time. Haven't got any to hand, but you can imagine. You can imagine beads. So that's that one in. So we've just got our other little one to pop in. Same. Everything's the same. Ooh, don't knot up. It's dropping off the bottom is the problem, and it's knotting as it goes. There we go. How's your tree doing, Keon? You haven't killed it yet, I hope. Looked really nice, actually. Right, so the same thing then. Make sure you've got squared up in through your, out through your middle hole, like that. Clip your end up onto the side of the book. And this wodge of papers is what's known as a signature. And that's all a signature is. It's nothing more complicated than just a load of folded over papers that you're going to sew in to a spine. So don't be put off when you hear people talk about signatures, etc. That's all it is. And it could be one page. It could absolutely be one page. Or it could be like this. I mean, I think there's 8 pages here on each signature. Or many more. Let's see if this wants to come out through the middle.
Junior says one of her favourite things to do when she makes a journal is the binding.
Oh really? So many people run scared of the binding.
Yes, like Janya. She's okay with 1, but she sweats if she gets above 2.
Yeah, it's true, isn't it? You make the journal and you're all nice and laid back about it and everything's going well, and then it comes to the binding and it's like, oh my goodness. That Edith one that I'm talking about, that Violet is just finishing off now. Honestly, I loved making the pages, I adored it. But when it came to binding, oh my goodness, it was heart in mouth stuff, really, really was. So I'm going to leave those as well, with the idea of at some stage putting some beads on them. And I think it might just jazz it up a little.
Jean's comfort zone is 1.
I think that's probably everybody. That's certainly mine. I'd like to just have one signature in each thing. So that's all right. We've got the spine. We've got enough pages in there to make it look quite full, I think. So now all we need to do is put the ribbon on.
Joshua says binding is fun, very satisfying to tie the final knot.
Yeah, it is satisfying when you get to that stage. It's just getting to that stage. Sometimes it's a bit hairy. So I'm just going to pull this through. Probably don't need any more than that. Let's measure that and see what that is. Oh, my ruler's been buried beneath loads of stuff. That is, I'd say it's about 10 inches. 10 inches. And then I'm going to cut another 1.5 inches, say, to tie my knot. Honestly, I really need to get some sharp scissors. So I'm just tying the knot on the inside. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. I think have I got any other scissors but those ones? It's a joke. Thank you. So I'm going to leave a little bit in case I ever have to retie it. Look at that. Look what you can do when you've got scissors. So that's that. So over to the back. And I'm just rolling this round to get it through the eyelet. Like that. Tie a knot. Might have made that knot, but oh no, we're all right. And I'll cut that off at about 9.5, which is what the other one was. No, it was about 10, wasn't it? So it's about there. Oh, stop being so organised, Mr. F. You know I like battling on. I'm going to cut this off at a V as well, just to stop it fraying quite so much. I could get my flame out again, but I'm not brave enough today. And tie that in a bow. And Jean, Bob's your uncle. Bob is certainly your uncle. And I know you can't see all the decoration on it and stuff, and I'm really sorry about that. But it actually looks really very pretty. You just come out. So there we are. What do you think, guys? I mean, yeah, I had all the dies cut and everything, but I mean, how long have I been on? An hour. And I've been gassing a bit, so it doesn't take long, does it? I really rather like that, actually. So the idea is, I guess, that you can, now I've kind of got the hang of what I'm doing, I can make my own papers for the front and the hinge and everything else. I like the idea of making a hinge look old and rusty. Rusty and crusty. And I like the idea of using my own either fussy cuts or different dies, just to make it a bit different. And the pages that you put inside, the front cover of your page, of each signature, you could really chisel that up, couldn't you? You could make that so when you open it, it looks really nice. And this bit here, so there's loads of room for your own interpretation of it. But that's it anyway. That's what you kind of the dies that you get, if you like. And I cut the paper to the size. The only instruction that they gave me was, no, not that one, this one, was in the photos you can see a square journal, yes, with the round part folded to the front. Inside is space for 2 journal books with page sizes of 28 by 13.5. So yeah, I guess what you could do is cut that one off there and then fold the other one over, fold the back one over. So that's an alternative thing to do. That would make it look different again already. The second option is a horizontal landscape oriented journal with the round edge. You can variate, I'm reading here, the page sizes inside, but if you want a round edge, the maximum size is 40 by 13.5. Or a straight edge, the max size is 29.5 by 13.5 centimetres we're talking. So that was what I did. I did the 29.5 by 13.5. There are a lot of fun extras, like the round pocket with round cards. So that's all the instructions that you get. That is it. So yeah, that's what I've made from it anyway, and I really rather like it. I love the shabbiness of it. Oh no, I forgot to stick my gems on my butterfly body. That will never do.
What size is it in inches? Like,
it's about 5.5 by something, which I will tell you in a moment. It's definitely 5.5 because we measured it to put the eyelet in the end. So I'm just putting these on my butterfly body, just to make it pretty. I haven't got any glue left, come on. What would you say that is? 8? What would you say?
is that 5?
5.5.
I'll go for 8.25.
8.25. Okay. Where's my little stone gone now? It's on the end of here. Yeah, so there we are, just extra prettiness on there. Let's measure it. That is the thing to do. It is 8 exactly. No, that's not true. It's a little short of 8. It's 7 7/8 by 5.5. So there we are. I offer you my shabby journal. It's just a little thing, fun to do, nice and easy, no pressure. And if I had elastic, there'd be even less pressure, but I haven't, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate, I wasn't making stuff and all that business, but Let me just cut off that because it's a bit raggy.
Violet says she's ordered a set from Craft Stash, but it hasn't arrived yet. It's a different set from yours.
All right, a Studio Light one, Violet. I'm going to be left with none of this if I don't watch what I'm doing. Yeah, I quite like them actually. I think with a bit of personalisation, I don't mean, you know, this is Fiona's book type personalisation. I just mean me having more input into it. I'd like it better. But all in all, there's that one, and as I say, there's this little one that I made here. It's okay. I'm not so madly keen on that, but that may be because I just don't like this glitter. I don't know why I chose it even. I just, I don't like it. Thought some little girl might like it, but I'm not keen myself. Anyway, that's all I have to share with you today. I hope that in some way you enjoyed it. Yeah, Studio Light. Oh, I'm dying to see what you do with it, Violet. That's interesting. Isn't that funny that you ordered a one from Craft Stash and yet you didn't even know that I had this coming? Wow. That's bizarre, Violet. We must be twins. Jean, you are so welcome. It's so great to have your company from start to finish. The lives are not the same without you, Jean. They're just simply not. And we've got Ros back, so, you know, we're doing okay. So I shall see you next Saturday. I'll be on in the week doing videos for the Mariposa, because it's actually, I think we've only got a couple more pages, 2 or 3 pages to do, and then it's up to the binding stage. Yikes. And then we've got, of course, the wildflower, Lorna's beautiful wildflower kit. So I need to stop messing with things like this and get back to work. Okay, I'll see you next week. Thanks very much for joining us. We're off for a little run in the countryside. Bye now. Behave yourselves.
Not literally.
No, not running.
Take care. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.